Hello and welcome back to Swerve Combat, where every night is fight night. And from Jesus Ramos on the main card, we now go to David Morrell in the main event. This is a great headline fight on a strong card because you, David Morrell and David Benavidez, you've been linked with one another early on, ever since your super middleweight days. And we've seen hostilities between you guys since the kickoff press conference in Los Angeles. For you, when did this bad blood begin? Why don't you like Benavidez and why doesn't he like you?
Look, I'm gonna make this clear so that there is no misconception. Back in late 2024, we had the press conference in Los Angeles. He had said something to the media on a page that I hadn't said that. They took that completely out of context. So I tried to let him know that I didn't mean to offend him or his family in any sort of way, but he didn't take it. He didn't take my apology that way. So then the tempers rose, and I didn't say what he thought I said. But look, if he wants war, then I'm ready for war.
And I was with Team Benavidez yesterday for a workout in Las Vegas, and Jose Benavidez Sr. told me that he expects to not only beat you by knockout, but force you into retirement. You're only 29 years old. Seems like you're too young to be thinking about retirement. What's your response to that? David back at LA, he threatened to break your jaw, I think it was, and now his father is saying that they're going to beat you into retirement. What's your response to these comments from the Benavidez team?
Look, it's one thing to say it, and another one is to do it. We'll see on February 1st.
Yeah, and through his career, Benavidez has been linked with Canelo and now the Beterbiev Bivol rematch winner. You come into this fight and you can really shake things up with the landscape at 175. If the stakes for Benavidez are a shot at the Beterbiev or Bivol, are the stakes the same for you? Is that the fight that makes sense for you to beat Benavidez and then take the fight that he wants?
My focus is solely on February 1st. And then after the fight is over, then me and my team will get together and we can decide what lies ahead of us for the future. But in the meantime, there is no thought other than the fight on February 1st, David Benavidez, and what we have to do to come out on top.
Vemos qué decisión tomamos, pero ahora el camino que por el que voy es febrero primero.
With so much on the line in your fight with Benavidez, considering you're both unbeaten, both in the prime of your careers, really, somebody's O has got to go. Is there a rematch clause in this fight?
There's nothing signed as far as I'm concerned for a rematch clause. But once this fight ends, like I said, when it's all said and done, I can sit down with my team, see if a rematch is something that's plausible or we want to go another way.
I spoke to Bob Santos yesterday, who has helped out in your camps with Ronnie Shields, and he said this fight is a fight between the experience of David Benavidez and the athleticism of David Morrell. Do you agree?
Yes and no. I mean, yes, but right. Benavidez having more experience in the pro boxing than me. I know because my everything life, not only is pro boxing. I have in my career amateur in Cuba, outside the Cuban too. Somebody people say the amateur fight is nothing. I know. I say no.
Look, world champions. Where do they come from? Amateur boxing. We shouldn't discount the experience that one gets from those fights. And some, like all the world champions that you see, they have either been world champions at the amateur level or Olympic champions. So those experiences are just as valid, and they shouldn't be discounted.
And the Cuban flag could be blown pretty high in boxing should, you, David, if you beat Benavidez, because we've also got William Skull, Cuban super middleweight boxer in Germany. He's linked with Canelo Alvarez, the face of the sport. Skull has been written off by boxing fans and media should he be the one to fight Canelo. Is there anything you think critics are getting wrong about Skull and his chances in a possible fight with Canelo?
I 100% believe he's being underestimated. I haven't had the chance of knowing him in person, but I've heard about his career. I've seen some of his amateur fights, and from what I know, he's someone that's super focused in his training. He is very strong. He's very dedicated and disciplined in what he does. And I truly believe that if you got the chance to fight Canelo and, you know, the judges do what the judges are supposed to do, there's no shenanigans, and, you know, that he gets the chance to go out there and be in a fight against Canelo, that he absolutely could beat Canelo.
Los jueces ni nada por el estilo, pues saldría victorioso en una pelea con Canelo Álvarez.
That would be a huge upset. Another Cuban boxer I'd love to quickly touch on, Andy Cruz, the lightweight boxer, 4-0. Is he the next great Cuban boxer in the pro ranks?
Yeah, of course, 100%. I mean, Andy Cruz, like, personally, he's my brother, you know. I love him. He is like a superstar. Andy is one special guy.
Yeah, he's got a few amateur wins over 𝐀𝐻𝐭 Davis. Could he be the one to beat 𝐀𝐻𝐭 if they fought in the pros?
Boxing wise, I don't think that 𝐀𝐻𝐭 Davis has a shot at being Andy. Then again, you know, just like Andy has changed from his days in Cuba and has improved and sharpened things that he did at the amateur level, I'm sure that 𝐀𝐻𝐭 Davis also changed in the way that he was as an amateur. But no, like, I think Andy Cruz, like I say, is a superstar in the making, and that he will prevail once again.
Agreed. And that was David Morrell. He's fighting David Benavidez on February the 1st. It's an absolute banger of a main event, and you can watch that live as it's a PBC on Prime Video pay-per-view. This was Combat X on Swerve Combat.